Hello and welcome to your gardening week. Well, we've seen an end to those thunderstorms that seem to be plaguing us, and now the weather seems to be settled down. We're not going to get blazing hot sunshine, we're going to get overcast days from time to time, but that really is good weather for plants to grow in. High levels of light but not direct sunshine, and that means that we may actually need to water some of our container plants to stop them drying out too much. But there are plenty of roses coming into bloom, and there's certainly a whole array in my garden that are really treating me to their fantastic fragrance and their beautiful colours. So what can I be getting on with in the garden this week? Well, one of the most important is actually to do with those roses that I've just mentioned, and that's deadheading the blooms. As soon as they begin to fade and the petals start to fall, go out and with your thumb and forefinger pinch off the faded flowers. That's really important because it'll encourage all the energy of the plant to go into swelling the new buds and to stop the plant putting all its energy into producing seeds. Now, another really important job to do is to keep hoeing the garden, to keep on top of all those annual weeds. This is a Dutch hoe that I'm going to use, and I'm simply going to slide the blade just under the surface of the soil, backwards and forwards, so that I slice off the top growth of the plant, decapitating them, and then those annual weeds won't regrow. It's a great way to really keep on top of weeds, and in the warm sunshine, that top growth will soon wilt and die. And the last quick job on my list is to pot up this new pelargonium that I've bought. Now, this is a regal type rather than the zonal or bedding geraniums that perhaps most of us are more familiar with. But I really like this rich plum colour, and the flowers are produced right the way through the summer and on into early autumn. So I'm going to pot it up into this compost that I've used for a previous pelargonium. It's really good loam-based compost with plenty of grit added, so I really don't want to waste it. But I am going to beef it up by adding a little bit more multi-purpose compost, just troweling that in, mixing it together, and then simply potting my new pelargonium into that. Topping it off with some gravel or grit just to keep the weeds down and also to conserve moisture in the compost during the summer. Give it a quick sprinkle of water and the roots will establish quite quickly, and I'll start liquid feeding that with a high potash fertiliser in a couple of weeks' time. So there's the things that I'm going to be getting on with in my garden this week. There are plenty of other jobs on my website davidhurrian.com that you could be getting on with in your garden. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my weekly hints and tips.